Hello fishy folks, happy Sunday, happy July 4th, happy summer, happy working in the fish room day. So I posted a video earlier about losing an Oscar. The other Oscar went back into his 20 long tank and he's doing fine, he's acting fine. I think maybe he was just stressed. A couple people said maybe he was. Alright, so what are we looking at here? If you follow my videos, you know that there's a drip right there, and I thought it was from here. Then I thought maybe it was from here, but there's no water going through here. But it's actually coming from the bulkhead, I believe, right through the, see the water coming off there? See it? See it? See it? I believe it's coming through here. So I drained the tank beneath the bulkhead. I am going to take this off and take a look at it. We're going to do this live. Ooh. So for those of you that don't know, this is a threaded bulkhead, which I like much better than the slip bulkheads, which is like this one, because this one you pretty much have to glue to make a watertight seal, and when you do that you can't take this nut off, which means the bulkhead is now a permanent fixture of the tank. You say, well, why does that matter? Well, if you sell a tank and want the bulkhead, you have to seal it. If you drill it in the wrong spot or move it, you have to seal it. So that's why that matters. Anywho, we can look and see, let's go out in the light into the messy fish room work area. Look, Lucas was playing with lava rocks. Anyway, so we can see the tape here is kind of all worn off. Maybe I didn't put enough, maybe I over tightened it, I don't know. But what we're gonna do is retape it. So hold that thought, and I'll be back in a minute or two. For you it'll just be a second, but for me it'll be a minute or two. Boom, look at that. All taped up. Alright, so now we're going to screw it in. Walk with me, won't you? So, as I switch hands, so this just threads in this way. Now the thing about Teflon tape is, it's made to seal those threads, but also you want to, put the tape on the way that you're going to tighten it in. So obviously righty-tighty. So you want to wrap the tape around the same way, or else it does have a good chance of coming off. Well, I think that's probably where it was. Let's see if I can go anymore. See, I can't go anymore. So in order to fix that, we have to loosen this, which now I may have a leak. Sorry guys, wasn't planning on this. I don't have all my tools ready. This is a big pair of water pump pliers from when I was in auto tech, but they come in very handy. So I can do this lefty and one-handed without breaking this tank, because if I broke this tank on camera I would be seriously pissed. If I broke this tank not on camera I would be pissed. Oh man, I tightened this nice. Okay, so let's see if I loosen that enough. Yes, okay. I'm gonna put the camera down so I don't drop it, because it's my phone. So hold on. Okay, I think that's tight, at least tight enough. So here's what the piece in the tank looks like. It's also threaded, and you might be saying, Mike, there's no Teflon tape on there. You're right, there isn't. There's no need for it. It's a waste. Why? Because if it leaks, it's leaking into the tank. Really, it's leaking underwater, so nobody would know. All right, let's see if I can put this on. All right. Gotta thread it in and see if I can go one more turn. Nope. So like I said, it doesn't matter because if it leaks, it's gonna leak in the tank. Now let's look at this bulkhead. This bulkhead is pretty close to the top, because when I first started drilling tanks I didn't know any better. I'm like, that must be where it is so that you can control your height. You're at the height of your water. But the fact is, if you look at my other tanks, I've drilled them much lower, especially on 10s, because they're much easier to break. But I drill them lower, and then I use this extension pipe to control the height of my water. So let's get back to this. So this is the screen, and you can see the screen sticks up over. Why? Because I didn't know any better. So you turn it a little bit like that to control your height. Here is a little excuse me, filter. It's just pinky filter with a zip tie, and I use that to catch any fry or potential fry, because there are no fry in this tank yet, but there were. So now we put that like that. We put that like that without breaking anything. And we try to figure out, oh look, that's extra. Oh, that's there, that's there, okay. Now we're going to turn the water back on to fill it. My water valve up there. I'm probably going to do a video soon on, you know, I've had this fish room a little more than 2 months. I think what I'm going to do is put out a video of all the things I would change already. Some of the things I would change are, if I went with this fill system, these ball valves were like 25 or 30 cents cheaper than Home Depot or Lowe's at it was like a landscaping irrigation supply place. It's actually pretty local in the town I work. Excuse me. We're going to turn this down a little bit so it doesn't overflow. That's about right. And anyway, as I was saying, but these are really cheap, like they're hard to turn, whereas, let's see if I can find other ones. Like this blue one, that's a Home Depot one, and it's much easier to turn. I mean, it might be a Lowe's one, but they're the same company, I think. But much easier to turn. I would fix that. I also would do, all the bulkheads I would do would be threaded, so I can take things off and move them, because that happens. So what we're gonna do now is see if it leaks. I'm not gonna stand here and watch because I got stuff to do. I just wanna make sure the bulkhead's not leaking, because it appears that it might be. In which case, I did just tighten it by hand. Sorry for the fantastic camera work. So now this is tricky because it's one-handed, and you don't want to, this is like the most, this is the time where you could break the tank. So let's not break the tank. I hope this is as thrilling for you as it is for me. If I could get the wrench on. All right, here we go. Oh no, it's not a wrench, asshole. Excuse my language. It's not a wrench, it's pliers. All right, let's try this angle. Are you ready, folks? It's like a Scotia return. Okay, I think that's as far as I'm gonna go one-handed. Put these up here for now. Take a look. Yeah, that stopped that drip, and I don't believe it's dripping from here. All right, let's talk about other goings on in the fish room. I picked up a 30 breeder, so 36 by 36 long, 12 high, I think 18 wide. And the reason I did that is I'm gonna put that down here. I was looking for a 48-inch tank. It's about a 49.5-inch spot. Originally for a 55, but we all know I screwed up with the drain. Drain's too high, I can't drain into it without lifting the tank up like I did here. And if I did that, because the drain pipe is higher here, I would have to put at least another 2x4, and there'd be very little room to get in the top. So I don't like wasted space, and I'm a sucker for a good deal. So I bought this 30 breeder. I wanted 40 bucks at the flea market. I offered him 20. He said, no, but I'll take 30. I went, nah, I don't want it. I walked around the rest of the flea market. That's a lie. I walked like 2 or 3 aisles, and I went, a 30 breeder is like a $70 or $80 tank. I should buy that, even if it's just to sell. I went back, asked him if he'd take 25. He said no, he would take 30. I took it. So what I'm gonna do is put that down here, and I'm gonna grow plants. Plants to sell back to my local fish store. He's given me some plants. If I knew the name, I would tell you what they were. They're in one of my upstairs tanks. And when I asked him how much it was, he said, keep it. in 6 months give me some runners from it. Okay, I can do that. Anyway, so a 36-inch tank here, only 12 inches high. We all know that the lower the tank, the less of a good light you need. I don't know if that's English, but I have a 48-inch light that I don't know what I did. I jacked it up back when I was keeping fish a couple years ago. I put a new ballast in it. I think it's different bulbs. So I'm going to use that here. And I think I'm going to take the other space and put this 15-gallon tank, you can see there, on the floor, because that's also 12 inches high. And that'll fit the long way. I got to see how it looks, so I'm going to wreck my ankles on it. I'll do that. And that'll be for plants. And it won't be part of the system. But that's okay. It's just, you know, a small tank. I'll keep a couple guppies in there to help feed the plants. And that's that. I just did a pretty large water change because I had to gravel back my tanks. I don't know how much I changed because I took water from, you know, every tank. I know that this 55 was about halfway empty because I was gravel vacuuming because my son wanted. This was his Oscar tank before. It was all scaped pretty nice, but they didn't like being down low. So I put some angels in there. When these angels paired off, and then these guys paired off. Long story short, I don't like gravel because it's a pain in the ass to clean in my fish room. Let's look at this Oscar. If you saw my last video, it was this guy jumped into this tank. I have no idea how. I got nothing. I have no idea. It's magic. But his buddy Mac, that's Zach, Mac, I found on the floor over here, dead. So rip Mac. Anywho, got the swordtails and neon swordtails there. I did see some frying in this platy tank. I know I'm all over the place, but I got a lot to do. I did see some fry in this tank as I was cleaning, which made me not clean. See, she's like still ginormously pregnant, and so is she. Don't be scared. But I don't see any fry now. Excuse me. I don't know if they're hiding or they got eaten because I was moving stuff around. I don't know. But they're still pretty pregnant, and there'll still be a lot of babies. So this dirty tank, I don't know if you can see the koi. There's a couple of them. The koi swordtail fry. I'm amazed how small they are compared to guppy fry. Since swords are so much bigger than guppies, but yeah, they're smaller. There's I think I counted 8 the last time. Koi and neon swordtail fry. From their QT tanks, they dropped some fry, which is pretty nice. There's lots of Dumbo ear, mosaic or snakeskin, I don't know. What do you call that? That's a good shot. Look at that. That's a good shot. Anywho, I don't know what you call cobra, snakeskin. I don't know. Let me know what you call it. But there's a lot of these fry in here. That's why I didn't really clean this tank. I don't want to suck up the fry. These guys are going for sale next week. They're pretty nice, I think, at least. I'd love to say I made them, but I just had them in a tank, and that's what came out. You know, I had some females and males, and boom, that's what came out. What we got going on here? Oh, these guys are pretty much getting big enough also. I'm going to sell those, I think, this week, as well as these. They're just different grow outs. I probably will go through and grab a good-looking female, a good-looking male to add to the gene pool, but actually it's not really adding to the gene pool because they're the same genes, but add to breeding, so some different colors. Well, that's what happens when your phone runs out of memory. Anyway, these guys I'm trying to grow so I can sell them back. They're a little small. He'll probably take them, but you know, I don't want to. I want to make sure when I sell fish to my local fish store, they're exactly what he wants, so it's not a big deal to him. Still looking for either some gold rams or German blue rams or electric blue rams to go with this guy. Can't find anything I like at the price point I want because I'm cheap. These guys over here are pretty much done with quarantine. I think I'm going to put all the... Looks like she's probably getting ready to drop fry. That's why they're chasing her. I think I'm going to put the guppies and that endler. There's one endler in there. I'll probably put that endler with the other endlers. But I think I'm going to put the guppies in here and some other females in here and just let them go. And that's why I have all that Java moss in there, which, by the way, my local fish store gave me. I wish he wouldn't give it to me, but he gave it to me. Why you ask? I wish you want to give it to me? Because I don't want to feel like I owe him something. It's a business. I appreciate the relation, but it is a business. So he's a real nice guy, though. Old school. Old school. I wish he'd raise his prices so that I could sell my stuff to him for more money, but he won't. Alright, I think that's pretty much the update from the fish room. And that's that. Hope you guys have a great Sunday, great July 4th, and I'll talk to you soon.